Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In our today's lecture, we talk about conditional formatting. Suppose we have this short-term liabilities and expenses data with some accounts in the form of advertising, amortization, bad debts, bank charges, up so on, miscellaneous and others account. Each account have a balance and aging date associated with them. And we want to apply different type of conditional formats. We can apply a built-in conditional format like in the form of color scales, icon sets. So here we can see three types of data bars, color scales, and icon sets. These three are the built-in conditional formats. Similarly, we can apply customized conditional formats either in the form of values above or below average, or finding the duplicate values, or finding the or using the formula. So let's apply a built-in conditional format. So first of all, I am applying the built-in conditional format. In built-in conditional format, suppose we have to select this data, aging days, and we apply the conditional format as data bars. So there are 6 options and we can apply more rules. So I am taking this green color data bar and it applies a data bar to each values. The smaller values have the small bar, the larger values have the larger bar. So we have this largest value is 46, so the bar of that value is maximum. So this is a built-in conditional format. We can apply the other conditional format which are also built in. First of all, apply conditional. Before applying the next conditional format, clear the rules from the selected cell and then again apply the conditional format. Suppose I am applying this color scale format. Here we have 4 different colors, red, yellow, and green. Sorry, 3 colors, red, yellow, and green, and the combination of these colors represents a value in the cell. So these values are uniquely identifying the aging days for specific accounts. Similarly, if we want to apply the icon set, we can also apply the icon set and clear the rules from the selected cell and again apply the conditional format in the form of icon cells. So let's suppose I am applying this type of icon or this type of icon. There are so many types, so we can apply any kind of icon to these aging days and we will get the conditional format. So see, here we have this conditional format given. The larger values are given the conditional format of this circular diagram. There is a diamond shape associated with some values and there is a tree type shape cone is associated with the some values. Similarly, we can let me clear this cell, and now I'm applying the conditional customized formatting. Suppose I want to rank the top 5 values, so I can use top or bottom rules. Suppose I use top 10 items. Let's use top 10 items. So and top 10 items are filled with the light red fill. Suppose light red fill is given. So these are the top 10 items. So I apply the formula of top 10 items. This will customize the conditional formatting. Similarly, if I want to apply the bottom 10 items, I can clear the rule and now apply using the same method bottom 10 items. So when I apply bottom 10 items, click OK. So bottom 10 values, the larger values are ignored and the bottom 10 values are correct. Similarly, if I want to conditionally format the values below or above average, I can also format in that way. So first of all, clear the previous rule, otherwise it will also be applied to the next conditional format. So in the top and bottom rules, if I want to customize conditional format in the form of above average, so if I select above average, all the values with the average of this cell, all taking the average of these values, all the values above the average are selected. Similarly, I can apply the values below the average in the same way. And finally, let's apply the conditional format using duplicate values. So in the highlight cell values, there are option of duplicate values. When I click the duplicate values, duplicate with color, light, whatever the color I want, I can just apply the conditional format and it will highlight the values present in the cells in the duplicate values present in the cell and apply the format to that values. Similarly, I can apply customized conditional format based on our own formulas. How to apply those formulas? First of all, clear the previous rule Let me clear it. And here you see, here you can see there is option of new rule. So you can apply the new rule in the form of format all cells based on their values, format only cells that contain, format only top or bottom rank values, format only values that above or below average. So let's suppose I apply the format only to top or bottom values, format only unique, or using a formula, whatever the value, whatever the method I want. Suppose format only cells that contains the value between 15 and 30. So what format that will apply? I can set that format. Suppose the color applied to that format is this brownish color. I bold it, I bold or italic, whatever I want. And I click OK. OK, all the values between 15 and 30 are formatted in our the formula which we selected, that the values between 15 and 30 are highlighted. This way I can apply the conditional format in 4 different ways, like a built-in conditional format, using the formulas, using the duplicate values, using top and bottom rank values, and using values above or below average. There are also multiple rules. We can select our own rules to apply the conditional formatting as well. Whatever the way you want, you can apply the conditional format to specific data. So how can we navigate like these hiding and unhiding these scroll bars from our data worksheet? Like this is horizontal scroll bar. We want to hide this scroll bar. This is the vertical scroll bar. We also want to hide this scroll bar. These are the worksheets which we want to hide. We can also hide these worksheets and unhide this worksheet at our ease. For example, here we have the Office button, and you see the Excel options. In this Excel options, navigate towards advanced and go down to display option. You will see there are multiple options. Here is show horizontal scroll bar, show vertical scroll bar. If I uncheck this show horizontal scroll bar and click OK, you will see the horizontal scroll bar from here is hidden now. If I want to hide the vertical scroll bar, so I have to go again to the options, scroll down to advanced, and again scroll down to the display options for the workbook and uncheck the vertical scroll bar. When I click OK, you can see there is no vertical scroll bar anymore. There is no vertical scroll bar in it now in the worksheet. So if I want to remove these worksheets as well, so again in the advanced option of the Excel, go down to display options, uncheck the display sheets tab, and you will see the sheets tab is also hidden now. You can also unhide these options by again checking the advanced in the display options, vertical scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar, and sheets. When you check them and click OK, all the 3 options will display now again on your worksheet. Okay, next now we study how to apply formulas in Excel. So before applying formula, we need to understand what is the formula, what basic formulas we can apply in Excel. Is there any mathematical or statistical formulas, or can we apply logical formulas and in nested loops, text formulas, or trigonometric formulas, or whatever the formula we want. If you see in this bar, there is the option of formulas. We can apply basic mathematical formulas like sum, average, count, max, min, and many other functions. We can apply accounting formulas like financial formulas like present value analysis, future value, PMT, IRR, MIRR, whatever the formula which are commonly used in the accounting, we can apply these formulas in Excel. There are logical formulas like AND gate, NOR gate, NOT gate, or many other formulas which are related to logical function like if else, if error. Similarly, we can apply the text formulas like finding the length of the text, replacing the text, search, substitute, clean, character, many other formulas of the text we can apply using the Excel. Similarly, we have the option of date, time, hour, minute, now, today, weekday, week num. These are the formulas to apply for the current date, for the current time, and many other options. We also have the lookup function, that VLOOKUP, horizontal lookup, HLOOKUP, or only lookup functions to find a specific data from a whole table. Similarly, we have the trigonometric functions of tan, cos, sine, exponential, power. These are mathematical and trigonometric function, and many other built-in and manual formulas can be developed. For example, we have this future sales data and we want to apply the basic formulas. So basic formulas like we want to find the sum, so total sales, or we want to find the average sales. So for the total sales, we can apply the formula using equal to button. For manually formulas, write sum, select all the values for which you want to find the sum, close the bracket, press equal, and we will get the total sales. Similarly, if you want to find the average sales, press equal, write average function, and select all the data values, and it will calculate the average function, average total sales for your data. These are the sales data. So similarly, if we want to find the maximum sales or the minimum sales, we can apply the max function. Max function calculates, search all the values and find the maximum value for all the data. Similarly, minimum function finds the minimum sale of the from the given data set. So here is the minimum sale is 200. So these are basic formulas which can be applied using the Excel. Now we can apply the statistical formula. For example, if I want to find the median of the data. So how can I find the median? Just apply the median. We have the formula for median. Select the data and close the bracket, press OK, and we have the median. If we want to find the standard deviation of the data, this is the statistical function. So if this data is from the sample, so STDEV, this is the standard deviation based on the sample. So let's select the data standard within the formula of standard deviation STDEV, press OK, and we will get the sample standard deviation. If we want to find the population standard deviation, so population standard deviation is also simple. So what you do, STDEV, this is for sample. When I press P, this is the standard deviation for the population. So if I select the data for a population, STDEVP will give me standard deviation for the population. So these are the basic statistical formulas. We can also find quartiles. For example, if I want to find first quartile, so first select the data and quartile number 1. So this gives me first quartile. Similarly, if I want to find second quartile and third quartile, I can use the function of quartile 2 and quartile 3 to get the quartiles. So these are the basic statistical formulas which can be applied on the specific data. So now apply logical formulas like nested loops. Logical formulas give me apply the specific condition on the data and give me the result. So let me find the sales discount. Apply the sales discount based on the logical function. If my sales is above 300, if sales is above 300, I will get the discount of 5%. Otherwise, I will not get any discount. Let me see. So if my sales is greater than 300, I will get 5% discount on the sales, and otherwise I will not get any discount if the sales is less than 300. And I press OK. So I will get the sales discount of rupees 20. So let me change that number so that the currency error will not applicable when I use these formulas in the next rows or columns. So if I drag it down, it will calculate the sales discount based on this sales data. For example, this is 400, so I will get discount of 20. If sales is 600, I will get discount of 30. See that this sales is less than 300, so I will not get any discount. So this is the way we can apply the nested loops or the conditional loops, or we can also say we are applying the logical formulas. So if I want to apply the net sale, calculate the net sales equal to sales minus sales discount. Just drag it down and we have all the data for the net sales. If I want to find the total net sales, I want to find the average net sales, just copy all this over here and whatever it calculates for this data from E7 to E13, it automatically calculates the same things for G7 to G13, or we can say this is the net average sales, this is the net total sales, this is the net average sales, this is the maximum net sale, this is the minimum net sale, this is the median net sale, this is the standard deviation, and these are the quartiles. So all the formulas are applied on based on these net sales. Similarly, I can apply the text formulas. For example, I want to find the text length. So here we have the text, so I am applying the formula of length. So it will calculate the length of the text. So it will give me the length of 6. If I drag it down, it will calculate for me the length of all these data types. Similarly, if I want to apply to find the cos of the function, sine of the function, tan of the function, I can apply the trigonometric formulas as well. These trigonometric formula help me to find the angle, the sine functions, the cos function, the tan function, or the power function. Suppose I want to find the cube of the cells, cubic cells. How can I apply the cube? There are two ways. Just multiply this 3 times. It will give you cube like this. But that's not a genuine way to apply the cube. When we have the power function, when I apply the power to this number and how much? Cube. So this, it will automatically calculate the third power or the cubic power of the function. This way I can apply whatever the formula I want, whether it is a basic formula, whether it is a statistical formula, whether it is a logical formula, or whatever the accounting formulas I want to apply, I can apply to this given data set. Based on my requirement, I can apply any formula in the data which is given to me. So in the last, we will find out how to vertically look up or how to horizontally look up a specific data. Here we have a table with a lot of employees' IDs with their surnames, department, and salaries. And we need to find, for example, the salary or the department of a specific person. So we can use a VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP will give me the VLOOKUP will give me the data which is specific to a specific employee ID. Suppose I am selecting XYZ22699. This is the employee ID. I have to just select the table array, all the table. So let me select all the data from the table, all the table. And I want to find the department of that person. So we have to look at the column number. So here employee ID is the first column, surname is the second column, department is the third column. If I want to find the department of that person, I have to select the third column. And I want exact match or approximate match. So let me select false. So I get exact match. When I click OK, see, I will get finance. So a person with the employee ID of XYZ22699 is working in the finance department. If I want to find the salary of that person, so I have to again VLOOKUP. Again, the idea function ID of the person is XYZ. Let me. ID is XYZ22699. VLOOKUP XYZ 22699. So this is the data. Now I have to select the array, all the array. Let me select all the array, table array, and I want to find the salary. Salary is the fourth column, so the column index number is actually 4. I select 4, and finally, if I have to find the exact match or approximate match, I want exact match. I select false, and I select false and press close the bracket like OK, and I get the salary of that person. So if I can verify that one for the person with ID XYZ22699 is in the finance department, has a salary of 29,000. So you can see the person with the using the VLOOKUP, I can search all the data in the vertical columns using the VLOOKUP function. Similarly, I can apply the horizontal lookup function to find the specific data based on the specific ID, based on the specific search item to get the specific data. For example, this is the table with the employee IDs. So I can apply in the horizontal lookup function because the data is in the horizontal form. What I want the person with the surname of Noon. Okay, surname is Noon. Based on the data, this table. Okay, I select it. What I want a person with the surname of Noon to what is the salary of that person. So look at the row index 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth row is for the salary. I want exact match. So when I press false, I get the person. Oh no, it is not giving me the ID answer. So let me, based on the surname, it is third. Actually I have to search the based on the first row. So in the horizontal lookup. So let me try with XYZ 22528 I523. Sorry, that it gives me that the person with this employee ID belongs to the sales department. Suppose I want to apply based on the surname, so I have to select this is as our first row. Control X, Control V. So now when I apply based on the HLOOKUP, surname is Noon or Noon. Yes. Now the table array, I select the table array. Yes. Now I want to find the employee ID of that person. So employee ID is the second row, an exact match. So I apply false. When I click OK, so see I can get XYZ 22528. I can get based on the mid data as well. Let me try H lookup based on name, based on employee ID XYZ 22528. So based on this table array, this is the table array. Now I want to find the surname of the person with the employee ID 1. So surname is the first row, exact match. So I apply false and I click OK. I'm not getting it. Yes, the same issue is over here, that the person XYZ 22528 is in between. So I have to select the person, the search item from the first row. From the first row, I have to select. So if I select XYZ 225 from Passy, Passy is our this. So this becomes Passy is our first row, and I select 2. The employee ID is XYZ 22530. So using VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, I find the vertical and the horizontal values, horizontal lookup values from the given table. In our today's lecture, we did conditional formatting, like this. This is our conditional formatting. Then in the second topic, we study about the formulas. In our third topic, we study about the conditional. We study about the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, and apply those based on our examples. I hope you have understand all the topics, and if you understand it, do subscribe our channel and do like and share our videos so that we other people also take benefit from that. Thank you.